What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today we're doing some more Giants talk, and I'm doing a video suggestion based on a viewer left a comment in my comment section and basically suggested a video. And if you guys have your own videos to suggest, leave it in the comment section below. And even if I don't respond or I do respond, just know I always read the comments, every single one of them. So there's not one left unheard or unseen. And so if you have a video suggestion, please leave it in the comment section below. I will be glad to do that. And if you guys like the video, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe if you're new. So Dominic says, do I dare to say it? Video on what needs to happen for the Giants to make it to the playoffs. And I told him this is a great suggestion and I will get right on it, because I went on live and kind of just went over it very vaguely and kind of just said the Giants pretty much don't have a very good chance of making the playoffs. We are unofficially 100% out of the playoffs, unofficially eliminated from playoff contention. I know technically, we could still make it to the playoffs if every single team in the NFL were to lose, and that just doesn't seem likely right now. You gotta think about it. If we could have at least two games, like say we actually beat the Carolina Panthers and that 61-yard field goal wasn't made on us, or 63-yard field goal I think Graham Gano hit. It was a 63-yarder, yeah. If that 63-yarder wasn't made, it will be 4-6 right now. And say we beat another team that we were really competitive with. I don't know. You guys could find one. Like the Jacksonville Jaguars week 1, right? Say we win those two games, we'll be right in the thick of things. We'll be 5-5, and we'll be right there with the Seattle Seahawks and the Cowboys. They are in the hunt at 5-5, 7th and 8th seed respectively. And a 2-game difference really makes a huge difference, because we are 3-7 right now, so the best possible outcome we could look forward to is a 9-7 record. But if we have a 5-5 record, the best possible outcome is 11-5. That is a huge margin when it comes to their playoff chances. There are tons. More often than not, you're going to see 9-7 teams not make the playoffs, and you do it an 11-5 team not make the playoffs. Usually, if you go 11-5, you pretty much have a ticket to the playoffs, except if your conference is really good and or you have a really good division. Maybe if we win a division, maybe we can make the playoffs, right? We have to win a division. I think there's no other way. Wild card is not an option. I'll get into that in a second. We look at the division leaders. You got the Washington Redskins, who are 6-4 right now, and we'll go over their remaining games in just a second. But Alex Smith did go down with an injury. The only thing they really have for them going on is a good run game to keep that offense going with Adrian Peterson. And then you have that great defense that the Redskins put together, which I don't even know how that was possible. They did very well in the draft and things like that. But the Redskins' remaining games, they've got the Cowboys this week, Thanksgiving game. We don't know who we want to win, right? Because Cowboys will be right at 6 wins also if they win, and they will take lead in the division. So I think we're going to want the Cowboys to win, though. We're going to want the Cowboys to win because the Redskins are going to go on a losing streak, and we need to keep that going to get ahead of them in some way. Because Colt McCoy starting at quarterback, I don't think they're going to make it very far. So we're going to have to try to beat down the Redskins as much as we can. Let's say they lose against the Cowboys. The Cowboys are now 6-5. Next, the Redskins have the Eagles at 4-6. I think the Eagles could win against the Redskins. It's going to be hard for the Redskins to even bear a win after the remaining schedule they have. The easiest game they have right now is the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jaguars are a hit-or-miss team right now. They're 3-7, yes, but they could definitely beat the Redskins without an Alex Smith. Without a quarterback, I don't think Alex Smith was really a reason why they're winning, but Colt McCoy is just not the right quarterback you want winning your games. Then you got the Titans, who is an on-and-off type team. They could beat the Patriots and get smashed by the Colts, so you never know with the Titans. And then you got the Eagles again, so they may split that game. But the Redskins are looking good right now. Hopefully they stay at 6 wins. That's our best bet right now. For the division race, we'll go over the wild card in a second. You got the Cowboys. Let's look at the Cowboys right now, sitting at 5-5. Like I said, let's say they beat the Redskins, they'll be 6-5. The Saints at 9-1. They're not beating the Saints. The Saints will win, so they're staying there. They're playing the Colts. They could beat the Colts, but guys, you have to wish for all AFC teams to beat the NFC teams in the races. So looking at the Colts at 5-5 against the Cowboys, you gotta hope that the Cowboys lose to the Colts, because the AFC race doesn't really matter. You can get all the wins. The AFC can get all the wins. I really don't care. The NFC can't get the win. So Colts, you gotta hope that the Cowboys lose to the Colts. Doesn't seem very likely. I don't know. I don't think the Colts are very good, but we'll see what happens. The Buccaneers are gonna lose to the Cowboys, and then you got the Giants again, and we'll see what happens with the Giants. But the Giants have to win these games. And this is in a hypothetical sense. Let's say the Giants go 9-7. They have to run the table to make the playoffs. You have to automatically count that Giants game as a loss for the Cowboys, since we're hypothetically saying that we are going 9-7. So the Cowboys will fall there. So I'm projecting about let's say 2, 3. I'm projecting 3 more wins for the Cowboys. That puts them at 8-8 right now. If they win 3 more games, we got to hope they just get 3 games so we could run the table and go 9-7, win this division. For the Redskins, I am projecting for the Redskins 2 more wins, and that puts them at 8-8 as well. But you never know, because I'm projecting they beat the Jaguars, and I'm projecting that they beat the Eagles at least once. So I'm going to say that for the Redskins. You look at the Eagles, the Philadelphia Eagles, who are Super Bowl champions, and they're falling down a cliff. We face them this Sunday. And like I said, hypothetically speaking, the Giants have to run the table. So we're going to say the Giants beat them this week. Then they have the Redskins. I have a feeling they're going to beat the Redskins. Now they have 4 wins. The Cowboys, I'm going to say that they beat the Cowboys 1 time. So that's another win. That's 6 wins for them. The Rams, they're not beating the Rams. The Texans, debatable. Very debatable. And I'm going to say they don't beat the Texans. So they're looking at 7 to 8 wins right now. The Giants could win the division. But like I said, as hard as it is to see these teams lose out like this, because the NFC East is not good, it's even harder to see the Giants win out this season. Good thing we don't play any. We already got those other teams out the way, like the Saints and the Texans. We beat the Texans. We didn't beat the Saints. We didn't beat the Carolina Panthers, but those games are out of the way now. We have a pretty easy schedule. Let's look at the Giants' schedule remaining games. Like I said, hypothetically speaking, we're supposed to win these games, but realistically projecting wins, I'm projecting only about, I think we're in reality, realistically, going to be the Eagles this Sunday. But the Bears, I just don't see it happening. The Redskins, we can make it happen. The Titans, I don't see it happening just because I just don't like their offense isn't a very good matchup for us. We're not very good against bruising backs like a Derrick Henry. And Marcus Mariota is a dual threat quarterback, which we struggle on a lot. And then the Tennessee Titans have the #1 ranked scoring defense in the NFL. So that's not a good matchup for the Giants whatsoever. The Titans, I think, it could be a loss for us. So I've got us beating the Eagles. I think we could beat the Colts. And I think we could beat the Cowboys one more time. So that would get us That would get us to 6-10, guys. I'm projecting a 6-10 record for the Giants, but we have to go 9-7 to run the table. Why is the Giants' playoff chances in the wild card so out of the question? Well, it's because all these teams are pretty decent and they're all around the same record, so they're pretty much going to be in the race. You got the Vikings at the 6th seed and the Panthers at the 5th seed. The Vikings at 5 wins, the Panthers at 6 wins. So pretty much the Panthers need about 3 more games to get out of for the Giants to be out of contention. And then you have the Vikings at 5 wins. But remember, if they go 9-6-1, that's still a better record than a 9-7 record. So that tie pretty much saved them there, and they'll get the playoff nod ahead of the Giants. You look at the Seattle Seahawks at 5-5. Their record is 5-5. And they have some tough games coming up. They have the 49ers twice, and the 49ers have been playing them pretty well as of late. The Seahawks have not been doing well in their division games, so I think they'll split with the 49ers at least once. They got the Panthers. I say they beat the Panthers. Matter of fact, no, I'm going to have the Panthers beating them, so the Panthers would get 7 wins there. The Vikings will beat them. The Chiefs will beat them, and the Cardinals, I hope the Cardinals get a win because they're not in playoff contention right now, and it would be nice for the Cardinals to steal a win against the Seattle Seahawks. But I'm projecting another 2 more wins, 3 more wins for the Seattle Seahawks. That'll bring them up to 8. No, I'm projecting 3 to 4 more wins. and that'll be putting them at 8-8 or 9-7. Like we already went over the Cowboys. The Packers we can catch up to because I think we'll be fine other than that. But you're looking at the Falcons. The Falcons are 4-6 right now. They're only 1 game behind, but they do have the head-to-head nod on us. The playoff nod on us. They're ahead of us because they beat us early on in this regular season. So that's going to be a tough challenge. The Lions I'm not very worried about because I don't think they're going to go on a run anytime soon. But the Falcons, the Cowboys, the Seattle Seahawks, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Washington Redskins, the Carolina Panthers, and the Minnesota Vikings, 7 teams I'm worried about in our way for the playoff race, guys. It's going to be a very hard challenge, but I literally think, guys, I don't think we have a 1% chance of making the playoffs, guys. 1% chance, and that's a sliver of hope. There is nothing else in that 1% but a sliver of hope. And you have to hope that these AFC teams beat the hell out of these NFC teams. You got to hope that the AFC wins out against the NFC from here on out because they're going to steal wins from these other teams and it's going to help us in the ranks. But as far as I see it, guys, I don't know where we're going to get these playoffs chances from, but I'm still hoping the Giants run the table. I want to set a winning culture for the Giants, so when we come next year, we know how to win. We do it with a new quarterback, and we make the playoffs and get back to winning Giants football. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you guys think we're going to make the playoffs? Do you guys think we're going to win out even? Do you guys think, we'll lose out? I want to know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you guys like the video, make sure you guys like the video. Comment anything you guys want, video suggestions, comments, thoughts, anything you guys want. Subscribe if you're new, and remember to ring that notification bell so you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.